I'd be willing to bet that if you are not kind of deep-ish into the disclosure information topics and all that's been going on the last few years, if you haven't been years and years into researching and looking at things, especially before the last at least 4 years, it is going to continue to be harder and harder to find the truth. And so when it comes to things like Trump and all of that, people, especially now that he is president, he's been doing EOs, he's been and meeting with people and all that. And we've got people legit freaking out about stuff. And I'm not saying not to freak out about the AI stuff and the meeting with Bill Gates and all that. I'm not. Use your discernment. Don't trust anybody, guys. Don't even trust fucking Trump, right? I will always say that, but I'm always going to say, for me personally, I have seen way too much from this man, not just from what he's been doing as president since 2016 and since, but his life. I've seen too much with this man to show me that he's for the people. His whole life has proved this. It really fucking has. And you really cannot find that information really on the internet anymore. It's almost been completely scrubbed. There's so much misinformation and disinformation around Trump. It's insane. So as time goes on, it's going to get harder and harder to try to find and discern the truth, because everything is just going to be a jumbled, confused mess. So if you haven't been at the researching thing for a while, then it's going to get really, really confusing and really, really hard to try to figure out what is going on. That's why we always have to get in touch with our discernment and our intuition. And we also have to be super fucking responsible in our due diligence. We cannot just believe any fucking picture, any meme, anything anybody says, okay? We can't even believe some of these websites, okay? I mean, the media websites, that's a given, but just websites that you wouldn't think might not be, disinformation. There's so much of it out there. We have to be really, 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 really careful, especially now that he is in office again, and there's going to be a lot of things changing. His second term, the media and who else is left within the establishment and government that is not on board with all of this, it is going to be insane, guys. There is going to be, you thought there was a massive amount of propaganda his first 4 years. Y'all, it's about to fucking go completely unhinged. And it's going to be a next level of a misinfo and disinfo campaign. So what I'm saying is, really just be very careful about what you believe, the conclusions you jump to, because there's a lot of things that are going on that we, the surface population, are not too aware of. The things we've researched, even, don't think you know everything there is to know, especially with what's going on in this country, considering there's a lot of things that have been going on for years that they're not telling us about. Good things, I believe, also bad things. So even our own research can be tainted if we do not use discernment, okay? We always have to use discernment, and you always have to, when you do your research, you have to go straight to the source, especially nowadays. When it comes to Trump, or even Elon and RFK eventually, all that kind of stuff, you need whatever you hear about them, they said, whatever, you need to go find that video, that lecture, that briefing, that whatever, that conference, whatever, and you need to go watch them. That's literally how it was years ago, but it has to be like that again now. You cannot believe these edited clips and stuff. The whole Elon Nazi salute, good God almighty. First off, if you watch his speech he did, which was just a few minutes long, how they portrayed him, the context was completely taken out. From what I observed, because I have an autistic brother, that was a very excited autistic man, just being an autistic man. That's what I discerned. And how, when he was doing that, he was trying to give the people love. He was sending the people love. Look, I'm not saying don't question things. Good God, I will always say question things. I'm just saying, God, be careful what you believe, right? When you see pictures and stuff like that, yeah, when you see that, oh my God, it looks like he Nazi salute. But go watch what he said. Go watch those few minutes he spoke and discern for yourself if that's what it was. Okay? That's pretty much what we have to do. I mean, they did the same thing starting with Trump's first presidency, the media, where they edited and spliced up all these clips from his different speeches and stuff. And they portrayed him as this monster. And if you actually go back and look at, what the media says about what happened here, and then go watch that part of the video or his briefing, it was something completely different. So these things are going to continue to be taken out of context. So we can't necessarily, we just gotta be responsible in our due diligence and what we buy into and what we push. The amount of misinformation and disinformation out there, my friends, is a huge ass fucking problem. It's a huge ass problem. And we contribute to a lot of it. So we really have to tone up our own discernment and research skills if we want to be relevant in helping the world understand what is going on. So you always have to, like I said, test your discernment, your research skills, and go straight to the source. And when it comes to Trump and now Elon, you have to go straight to the source. Now, about the AI thing, the $500 billion AI investment thing with Trump that everybody's freaking out. Oh my God, here comes the digital currency. Oh my God, here comes transhumanism. Oh my God, here comes the AI fucking goddamn Terminator. Y'all chill. I realize we all have PTSD and we can't really trust anybody, okay? So we have to be very careful about just freaking out about things, okay? My personal stance on this whole AI $500 billion investment into AI is because America needs to continue to stay being the leader in AI development and AI technology. We can't really let any other nation get ahead of us in AI development. And so in order for us to stay ahead of the curve, I would most definitely, absolutely expect our president to invest in making sure that we stay the world's leader in AI technology. I say that only for a president that's actually for the people. That's not something I would necessarily say for, like, if it was Obama or fucking whoever the fuck, that's the last people I want investing that much money in AI. Like, no, just dear God, no. But me personally, I trust Trump. I don't trust fully. I never trust fully. I will always keep one eye open. But for right now, I trust that he makes the right decisions for this country, because he has proven himself to me his first 4 years. I've got 8 screenshots of things that Trump has accomplished in his first 4 years. There's so much that he's done for the people that is proven to me. Until I see things otherwise, then I'm gonna support this man, and I'm gonna trust that he knows what's best for our country. Guys, we don't have a choice. Okay? This is literally like the best kind of outcome we could get at this time, okay? Whether you agree with Trump, like I say, whether you like the man, whether you think whatever you think about him, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you hear about him. It doesn't matter the screenshot stories that look like come from a news article, but it's actually just something somebody created that's just going to push disinfo. It doesn't matter any of that stuff. You need to go directly to the source when it comes to him. That is the only way you are going to escape any of the misinformation about him. And you've also got a lot of people, mainly on the left, freaking out about comparing what's coming with Trump's presidency to A Handmaid's Tale. Or, you got some of these trans people and gay people freaking out about, oh, they're going to come after me. Oh my God, we're about to be attacked really bad for the next 4. No, chill out. God, these people just chill the fuck out. He's never really come at things like that. He's specifically no, there's 2 genders, a boys bathroom and a girls bathroom, men's sports, women's sports, right? And then how about get rid of all this fucking transitioning shit that they have for our kids. How mortifying. I came across my first ever hormone replacement building, place a couple months ago. And I just got so fucking sick. How ignorant are we as humans to think we can change and alter our children's hormones and their gender while they're children. How psychotic. I don't give a good fuck what you do as an adult when you are like, fully developed in your brain and your body, but for kids, how any of us have accepted that, let alone gone along with it enough to just accept it. And then people also play into it by changing their children's gender because little Billy said he wanted to wear a dress one day and mom took it seriously. Dear Jesus, God Almighty. So that is the kind of shit that Trump is against. He's not going to go after transgender. He's not going to go after the gays. He's not going to go after women. He's had gays and women in his cabinet. Okay, he's elevated gays and women within his businesses and within his cabinet within his first 4 years of presidency, right? So if you look at these things, why the fuck would Trump why would he go after y'all when you get what I'm saying? So it's another thing where you got to really follow what the man says, the EOs, the bills, the policies, all of that. That's what matters. That's what matters. So Trump isn't here to fucking take over like people think. Of course, the media hypes everything up, right? No, they're going to hype everything up and they're going to distort and confuse the population as much as possible because these next 4 years are going to be unprecedented, not just here in America, but worldwide, guys. Okay, there is a lot of change coming and it's going to be tough. I don't think it's going to be easy at all, some of this change, okay? But it is going to be easier having a president on the back end of this country to help change things with the system to allow us a little bit more room as the population, whoever feels compelled to jump in and start changing things, because that's how we save ourselves. Right? We do the work. We put in the work. We put in the groundwork, okay? Like I mentioned in my other video about Trump, people who are here to help change the system and Trump work in a symbiotic relationship, okay? The real people that are here to do that understand that and do not look at him as a savior. They will always tell you, don't even trust him, okay? Use your discernment, but also be responsible in your due diligence, okay? And like I said, at this point, when it comes to Trump, I don't really know that you can find the truth about him online. It's almost as if that whole people learning the truth of Trump is like long, we're long over that. So it's really the people who actually do know the truth, that know the truth in a way where they learned it in ways that was the most authentic and accurate, I would say, per their discernment and research skills. You don't buy into everything. You look into everything. You piece together. I'm a pattern recognitioner. That is what a conspiracy theorist is it not? It's a pattern recognitioner. Right, we see something over and over again. It's saying to us, "Hey, something's going on here." Right, this whole entire world is like a pattern recognitioner's fucking, I would say, nightmare and dream almost, because these patterns that we are piecing together are kind of mortifying and horrific, right? But what I'm getting at is, and I will end it with this. There's a lot of change coming, guys. There's nothing to be scared of. Even the liberals, if any liberals or lefties or people that don't like Trump or whatever come across these videos, there's nothing to fear, okay? Always use your discernment, right? Don't trust anything. Don't trust anybody, right? But understand that we cannot fall victim to the whole hopeless narrative of, oh my God, everybody is bought and paid for, everybody is evil, everybody is this and that. They want you to get sucked into that narrative once you wake up. They want you to get overwhelmed at the sheer and utter amount of evil and just fucking insane things. They want you to get overwhelmed by that to eventually go black pill and have the hopeless narrative and the victim mentality. There's nothing we can do. They're all against us. And I will agree, we are being genocided on many different levels. We are being attacked in many different ways. Everything is weaponized against us. We absolutely cannot get sucked into that narrative that everybody is evil and that everybody is against us, because that is not the truth, my friends, okay? Not everybody is against us. Not everything is against us, okay? This is the same concept when I talk about Hollywood. not all of them are satanic baby eaters, okay? There's a lot of good people within Hollywood. So this is where sharpening your discernment comes in, okay? Once you realize that, okay, there actually are good people, you just have to sniff them out. You have to, the name of the game is to exercise your intuition and discernment. And this is how it has to go, guys. You're not going to be given the answers. You're going to be given a whole ton of distorted information with sprinkled bits of truth. And you gotta figure it out, okay? You gotta sharpen that discernment, because you eventually get to a point where you don't really need much external things to tell you what to believe, because you have sharpened and exercised your discernment so much that you've got that gut, that hit feeling, your intuition, you're in the flow, you're tapped in, right? You can figure it out. That's where we're going. And so this is the process of getting back to that. So I'm saying, don't jump to conclusions. Don't assume anything based off of anything Trump does or who he meets with or whatever. Don't assume, okay? Question, seek out further. And you know what? You probably a lot of the times are not going to get answers. Are we going to get answers as to why Trump met with Bill Gates, had dinner with him for like 3 hours the other night? I don't fucking know. But I do know that Trump has been in the lion's den for a while now, okay? He knows, he is well educated in the system now. He's learned a lot from his first 4 years. And so just because he plays nice and has meetings and dinners with these people, y'all, do you not real? I mean, he has dinners and meetings with enemies of our country. This is how politics, geopolitics, this is how the shit works. You don't just like pick fights with people. Oh, Bill Gates, fuck you, bitch, right? You don't just do shit like that. So this is how you play the game. And he most definitely has to play the game, okay? I don't consider Trump a politician. This is his 5th year in politics compared to everybody else who are either career politicians or groom up-and-coming politicians. He has only been in politics for now, this will be his 5th year. So I don't technically consider Trump a politician whatsoever. I understand that he had to play the game in order to get in as president to help change things on the back end of this country. He had to pick a party, okay? Red or blue, Republican or Democrat, right? Who is the less psychotically unhinged? Okay, well, the Democrats are pretty psychotically unhinged, but they're pretty open about it, which is kind of a turnoff. The Republicans, well, they're more like seething underground lizards that let the Democrats do whatever they do and act like there's a difference between both parties when actually there really isn't. No, most Republicans work for the same people the Democrats do, okay? Just because the Democrats are unhinged and the Republicans seem a little bit more normal, okay? And they are a little bit more normal. I live in a red state, okay? My home is in the reddest county in Florida, which is pretty much, technically, I would consider the reddest part of the United States, okay? There is still so many things that are fucked up. Okay? So the system itself breeds greed and ego and arrogance and ignorance and all this kind of shit. And so it is infected on both sides. It's just the Dems are a bit more honest about it, about their, mental illness, right? Which I totally respect, right? They're just totally unhinged, and they're not even trying to act like they're not. They're just full on being themselves. I totally respect that a little bit more than the Republicans who act like, they're for you and they're here to do it. Granted, there are a lot more people coming into the political system having to run as Republicans and stuff like that now. That the good people, the good grassroots people are starting to infiltrate the Republicans. So anyways, I'm going off on a tangent. I digress. So back to what I was saying. Don't assume anything when it comes to what is going to be coming out about anything, especially when coming to Trump and now Elon. Just go straight to the source, guys. Just that's all I can say. We've got to tone down the misinformation and disinformation. We've got to really be aware of that, especially these next 4 years, because there's going to be a lot of shit. So just be careful. Be careful what you buy into. Understand that things are not as they seem, okay? How they portray things, okay, is not how it seems. It's not what's really going on. There's a lot of things going on underneath the surface. And if you really pay attention to the small clues and stuff littered about throughout reality and online, you can kind of piece together some of this stuff. But like I was saying in the beginning of this video, if you're not years and years into looking at things and all kinds of stuff, it's going to be really, really hard to try to discern what is going on. And so just be careful what you buy into, guys. Go straight to the source, like I've been trying to beat into your heads throughout this entire video. Go straight to the source if you want to know what's going on, right? There's a lot going on, and a lot that will continue to go on, and a lot of good things and a lot of bad things. And so this isn't over, not even by a long shot. We still got some work to do. Clearly, we're still here in 2025 dealing with like the media and shit, which, you know, I look back at me in 2020. If I knew back then that we'd still have like the media doing their same bullshit in 2025, I'd probably be like, man, you're fucking crazy. They would go down by then. No, things are going to take a little bit longer than people would like. And now I think we're in a stage where, because things are taking longer than people expect, people are like, okay, yeah, things are never going to change. But no, my friends, things just take a little bit longer. I do believe change will be happening at a rapid pace, though, when compared to the technological advancements and stuff that are coming. So anyways, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be easy on yourselves. Be easy on each other. I love y'all. Holla!